Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the Elite Drivers Racing League, and we are live in Vietnam for the first ever Vietnam Grand Prix. I am hereby joined today by the one, the only, the myth, the man, the legend, and so it goes.
Hello everyone, very excited.
Oh, show some enthusiasm, go Bennett.
Look at the standings right now.
Oh, you're looking at the standings right now, right? Okay. Yeah. Rob J. Lewis is put in the chat, in the YouTube chat, which I am not even going to read out because that is not PG. But anyway, we won't even go there. Ready up, guys. Come on, let's go. It's 7 o'clock. Let's get this going.
Full grid as well.
Indeed.
20 drivers. That's going to be chaos.
First full grid of the season, I think.
Of course, at a track like Vietnam, everyone wants to show up.
Yes.
But I mean, clean racing is possible around here, so hopefully we see some good clean racing.
Well, they've all had the warning of qualifying and stuff like that, and
yeah,
obviously
well, I mean,
under safety car conditions and stuff like that. So they all know. They all know the drill. Obviously, if anything happens, penalties will get thrown out.
Long track, so hopefully no one impedes each other. There's enough space for everyone to get a good lap in. I think quali 1 is going to be the worst at that time. Yeah, just quali 1 might be the worst for like traffic. After that, you know, losing 5 cars, and then another 5, we should be fine. Let me just get my telemetry.
Rob J. Lewis, you need to read the PS4 chat if you want to know what the warning is.
Who is going to be the first one out?
Ooh, I don't know. I'd assume.
Interesting, no one's gone out yet. I would have thought with.
I can hear some action in the pit lane. I can hear some action in the pit lane, so I'd assume one of them's coming out, and that is
I think it's Williams or an AlphaTauri.
No, it's Haas. Swifty.
And a McLaren. A McLaren of that Giotto. Yes, it's Giotto. And a Red Bull there. Okay, now a lot of people are going out of pit. So we have some action.
Indeed.
What type of lap time are you expecting for Q1?
I'm expecting the mid to low 134s. I'm predicting.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable because I think Paul's going to be around the high 133.
Yeah, indeed. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I think I think that's a reasonable prediction. Who do you think is going to fall out, or you know, who's more likely to be towards the rear end of the grid?
Swifty. I'd hate to say it, but Swifty maybe down towards the back. The best puns. I don't know really. Those are the only three that I would. Oh, Charlie in Japan possibly down towards the back as well. I'm not too sure. Anything can happen. You know what I mean? Anyone can just land it into a wall and.
Absolutely. So it is usually difficult to call these things, but yeah, hopefully those three prove us wrong and really deliver.
Indeed.
Who's going to be the first to cross the line?
The Swifty. Swifty is the first to hit a time lap.
Okay,
I believe he's. I believe he might.
That's crucial. You're lagging a bit for me.
Who, me?
Ooh, goes very deep, very slow there through that section. Gonna push the limits. Yellow flag sector 2. Oh, Mercedes has collided with a Renault Arian and Wyoming's Pips have crashed into each other.
Ooh.
Oh, that is not good. Did any of them get a grip? I didn't see anything come up.
I didn't see anything come up either.
Giotto's lap time has been validated for track limits, so let's look Swifty's lap at 26. From what I can remember, having done a race around here yesterday, that is a respectable first sector, especially in qualifying number 1. So yeah, let's see what they do in the second part, which is mostly just straight. They had a very hard braking zone into the second hairpin. What line are they going to take? They're going to go short, kind of a mixture. They kind of just take a lot of that curb, but you gotta be careful because you can easily lose the back end there.
Yes, this is very high curb.
Yeah, not a very good middle sector. 181 is not good at all.
You're probably looking around about the 106 mark through sector 2.
Yeah, low 107, high 106 is like, I think, midfield pace.
Yeah. But he's
no
kept the S section pretty clean.
Yeah, so his lap, I don't know, 137 is what I think.
I'd say 136. Oh, okay, early 137s. So 137.2.
You can easily improve by about a second if you can really nail that middle sector.
Giotto has gone 2 seconds faster. He's done a 135.2.
How has he done that? I could have sworn his lap time was invalidated and Swifty was the first out of the...
I have no idea. But Jackson, the lap times are coming in now. Jake Marsh 4th.
4,000 quicker than Jackson, but the top 3 are separated by less than a tenth. Very close here at the start qualifying.
Indeed. Why was Pips now?
From 1st to 5th, 6th. Whereas he is definitely going to put in something respectable. I mean, his middle sector was a 106.8, which is very good. For so early on with such limited track grip.
135.0, he's
dead.
First at the moment.
That is a good lap from Pips.
For Wyler's Pips, yes.
Next up, could be Buller.
Yeah,
but he's got wing damage.
Oh, right, okay.
He's going to complete the lap anyway. Probably got it very late on the lap then. What's he going to do? 136.4. So definitely not his full potential because of that broken wing. But at least he got bank it in now.
Sus 1's coming up against a lot of traffic.
Oh, this could be a bit of an issue for Rossi.
Rossi's
all these
invalidated.
cars have to get... Oh, did he invalidate before the straight?
Yeah. Rossi.
Yeah, then it's fine.
And there is absolute carnage.
Oh, no, in qualifying... Oh, I feel so bad for the AlphaTauri there. It was on a lap and got impeded completely.
Who was that in the McLaren? Did you see it?
It was the best
Pons. Right.
Yeah, Giotto is in the pits, so it can't be him.
Right.
That was very bad driving from the McLaren. I wasn't sure if it was the McLaren, but yeah, if it was the McLaren, I was not very good. Who will be the next to cross? Boastman going very quickly at 25.3 in his first sector. That's a very good, strong first sector.
Obviously, I didn't see the whole, scenario, but all I saw was the best puns just sat on the apex.
Yeah, I joined it just as the carnage started, but I was on board with the AlphaTauri, so I couldn't really see what happened. But Boastman here, 30 points behind the championship, so he's going to want to to gain some of those points on Q-Tip today. Can he do it already? You know, intimidation in qualifying 1, get the quickest lap, or just quicker than Q-Tip at least, and you know, tell him, oh, that is a lap and a half, 1 second quicker than what I always pips. Gonna run out of fuel though, so hopefully he doesn't impede anyone by doing that. So who else is on a lap we can follow?
Dino Bino Bambino is on a lap.
Let's have a look, where is he? He's coming down now towards the last hairpin. Who's that Mercedes behind him? Because you've got quite a nice
That's
toe.
Rossi.
It's Rossi. Who else? A Renault and a Racing Point up ahead. Was that Jake Marsh? Yep, it's Jake Marsh. On another lap, but oh no, he's probably pitting this lap. Yeah, into the pits. Arian, P12, gonna start his flying lap now. Puts it up into hot lap ERS. And now it's gonna push. Could maybe have gone a bit more tight to that corner, but otherwise Kent Clean kept his wing attached to his car, which is crucial around here. Dino Bambino goes second, 5/10 ahead of Wild's Pips and 5/10 behind Boastman, so splitting those two pretty much down the middle. So could we see some track evolution pretty early on?
Arian EU on a lap.
Yeah, what's his first sector? 25.9, that's quite a respectable first sector there.
Getting a bit skew whiff coming round to the mushroom corner, as it's now called. Yeah.
Who's that AlphaTauri there? Is it Charlie in Japan?
Yes, that would be Charlie. Would it be Charlie in Japan?
No, it isn't. It's not AlphaTauri. No, it's not Charlie.
Oh, right, okay.
Charlie's going through the mushroom now. Yeah, Suz1.
He's on an outlap.
Yeah, so it's fine. They aren't getting impeded. Arian though, what's he gonna do for middle sector? Decent middle sector. Probably could have gone a
Oh, he spun! He spun! And he gets out of the way just in time as well.
Yeah, but he's got to be careful now because there is another car coming quite quickly. He's got to quickly reverse. He's waiting now because he probably has his full track map on. Like, good lad. So there we go.
Well done, Leo. Well done, Leo.
But
Giotto has left the session, but he has got plenty of invites.
Close there between the Red Bull and Arian. Charlie in Japan goes by. He's on a lap, I believe. So let's see what he ends up on. I don't think it's going to be a great lap, considering he's already hit for 130s. Could be a 137, 137.1. Yeah, not the quickest of lap times. Who else on lap? Dawood on a lap with a 25.3 fast sector, which is quick. His teammate currently on provisional pole, so he'll be hoping to joining him on the front row of the grid for Ferrari, as they've always seemed to be up there, Ferrari at the front of the pack this season. So let's see if he can do that and join his teammate there once again. What?
I know who started that whole pile-up.
Who?
Q-Tip.
Q-Tip. Oh, Q-Tip. That's not very good. And sticks on pole by another second. The gaps at the front of the field are quite large now. Second between first and second. 5/10 between second and third. And then another 5/10 to fourth place. Big margins by the Ferrari drivers, who are really laying down the dominance quickly. Suz1 goes P4. Great lap there.
Yeah, obviously with that 5-place grid penalty, that will help him out quite a lot.
5 great. I didn't even know that
he got a 5-place grid penalty for colliding with the best puns.
Oh, that sucks. Because I don't think it was their fault. Just pop green. I don't know why. Buller must have had no, Bambino must have had an accident. 5 great. I didn't even know that he had 5 place grid penalty for colliding with the best puns. Oh, that sucks. Because I don't think it was their fault. Just pop green. I don't know why. Buller must have had an accident. No, Bambino must have had an accident. 5 great. I didn't even know that he had 5 place grid penalty for colliding with the best puns. Oh, that sucks. Because I don't think it was their fault. Just pop green. I don't know why. Buller must have had an accident. No, Bambino must have had an accident.
Yeah, Dino is going pretty slow.
He's got his full front wing though, so maybe he's just run out of fuel.
Yep.
Who else is on the lap now? Unrespected. Yet to set a lap time. Charging down the back straight now. Into the hairpin. Brakes hard. Turns in. Clips the curb. And takes quite a lot of the outside curb there, but he'll get away with it. Nice and stable. 107.4, decent middle sector. Out brakes. Goes a bit slow through that section. Probably could have used more of the inside curb.
Well, both of the
section.
Go on.
Very
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Oh, Jackson! Ooh, Jackson getting out of the way there, but probably did distract Rossi a tiny bit. Max behind Rossi though, so it shouldn't bother him. Last close to the inside wall as he can, goes at a 135.9. Not a great lap, but there's some room for improvement, and I'm sure he knows it as well.
Yep. So Buller coming around the final sector, final few corners. Where can he place? Using his mobile data as his internet at the moment, as he's put some P7, 135.1. So who else is on a lap? Leo is on a lap, and Crumpton as well.
Both Crumpton not great first sector, 26.1. Not for his standard anyway.
Oh, who was that? That's a Mercedes, I think.
It was Rossi. 3/10 up on his first sector, but he's completely spun it into the mushroom section.
Yeah, Leo did well to avoid that.
Let's have a look. Crumpton currently gonna cross, or gonna come to the last corner now. He's crossed the line. Great last corner there from him. Speeding through, goes P3.
Crumpton goes P3. Wow.
Quite a average first sector, so he did well to come back in the rest of the lap.
Indeed.
He's still 1.3 seconds off of pole. That is a mighty lap out with there.
Both Ferraris are dominating the session at the moment.
Yeah,
which
3
is,
minutes still
to
go,
be expected.
So currently in the drop zone, Charlie in Japan, Swifty, the best pawns, as you called it. Rob J. Lewis and Leo or Arian hasn't set
Leo's crossing the line.
So
he goes P15. He's on the cusp of the drop zone.
He's got 3/10 to play with there. Bossman, who's currently in the pits, cannot probably going to come out. The best pawns is on a lap, trying to improve, as is Swifty, but Swifty is 5 seconds
Jackson.
off, so probably gonna.
He's 4/10 up. Oh no, sorry, no, it's 5 seconds.
5 seconds down.
Wow. Okay. And
just
validated. Cut the corner.
Why
was Pipsa said in the chat? He says, "I don't think I need to go out again."
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be absolutely fine. I mean,
yeah,
it's a second gap from him to Leo, so yeah, he should be fine. I doubt Track Evolution is gonna be that heavy. Who is that swerving up ahead? That is not very nice towards Arian. Jackson, it's Jackson, but Jackson gets out of the way quite nicely. Arian completely avoids the outside curve, probably very scared he'll spin. Dino Bambino or whatever has retired in the pits. Arian marginally up on his time though. He needs at least, I think, 2/10 to guarantee him a space in Q2, but it's very touch and go for him right now.
Dino Bambino is retired in the pit lane. He believes he's done enough. Jackson coming into the pits now.
Arian 7 thousandths quicker than Rossi, but Rossi will be looking to improve that.
Yeah.
Who else? Swifty on a lap, just marginally down on his first sector time. A lot of people lose time though in this section, the S section, as it's the he spins into the wall, wing off. Jeez,
and there are drivers coming. There are drivers coming.
Oh, get out of the way quickly, mate. Sus1 goes past there.
Jake Marsh goes past.
So does Jake Marsh.
He's done well to get out of the way.
Number 9 has, unfortunately, will not have time for another run, so Swifty is out of this session.
He waits for the drivers.
Charlie in Japan outlap. Rob J. Lewis has just started his lap.
I'm going to ride on board with Boastman because he's also on a lap.
Let's have a look. I'm going to go on board with Rob J. Lewis, see what he can do. First sector is 2/10 up, so that's not close to what he needs. That wouldn't even put him one position up.
So Boastman round the final corner, crossing the line, and does a 1:34.053. So he is
just marginally slower.
Marginally slower, yeah. I believe there might be a timing glitch because it does say that the wood is on an outlap, so I think there is a timing glitch because he's going round to start a lap now.
Okay, well I think it's safe to say Swifty's not going out again. He's got wing damage and in the pits now.
Yeah.
But I'm on board with Rob J. Lewis, who has invalidated. Oh,
and
no.
the wood has just invalidated his lap time, cutting the corner a bit there.
Oh, Charlie in Japan has completely just accelerated straight into the wall there in the mushroom section. If that was a race, that probably would have brought our safety car, but it isn't. So our bottom 3 are pretty much confirmed as the bottom 3. So only 2 people now. So Arian, if one of these 2 finishes his lap and is below Arian, he can breathe a sigh of relief that he will not be knocked out. Rossi though going quite quick, so I have to watch out for him. Of course, Arian has crossed the line and has stayed P14, so it's very touch and go, but Rossi can still go quicker, probably will go quicker. He's 8/10 up in the middle sector alone, so I don't know.
Who's on a lap? Q-Tip's on a lap. He's coming down the main back straight. Round the hairpin. I believe he's slowing down. Yeah, he's slowing down now.
Best Pons is the only person that can still get out of Q1. Can he do it? Arian is probably watching this lap and hoping that he's just not quicker. Ooh. It's going to be close. It's really going to come down to the last sector. The last sector is by far the most difficult and demanding, and really just what risks you can take. So let's see, what's his middle sector? Oh, 4/10 up, but he needs a second to get into Q2. So unless he really does a miracle through this last section, I doubt he'll get into Q2. But then again, I can be proved wrong. It is, if he made a mistake here, it can be easy to gain that second.
Oh, he goes wide into the second to last corner, clips the wall.
Oh my goodness, that absolutely destroys his lap, and he will come across the line and be the last car out of P1.
So that is it. Your drivers in the drop zone are Bossman W11, the Best Puns, Charlie in Japan, Swifty, and Rob J. Lewis. Ferrari showing their dominance in Vietnam. Will they continue this run into Q2?
Probably. I mean, especially Howard being 1.3 seconds faster than Crumpton, the next car that isn't a Ferrari, and a second quicker than his teammate.
Literally.
That was just a lap.
In the words of most people saying to King Kyle, obviously that is goatish.
That was ridiculously fast. But yeah, the bottom 5, 4/10 to Q1 to Q2. So yeah, I think it was, for most of them anyway, it was pretty much never going to be a reality, unfortunately.
Yeah. So Q2 will get started soon.
Rossi went through 3 sets of soft tyres.
So he's used up all his sets.
So he's going to either have worn softs for Q2, or he's going to have to go on the mediums, which might not actually be the worst strategy in the world.
No.
I
think most drivers will go out on the medium tyres first.
I think so as well. A strategy that could work is medium or medium soft. So starting the mediums would not be about really, because you can even stop like medium, it really opens up possibilities for you. But of course, at the same time, so
you are lagging a bit, bro.
You're lagging for me as well.
Oh. No. I don't know. I honestly don't know what's going on, because I don't think it's anyone's internet. I think it's the actual servers.
I would before. So, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what's going on. So both. Oh, is that both of the racing points going out first?
Probably going to give each other a toe.
It's a Williams of Crumpton has gone out.
Boastman
TM
right
Ducky's gone out. Boastman has gone out. I'm going to ride on board with Boastman for this lap.
Who am I going to ride on board with? I'm going to ride on board with Jackson to see what he can do, because he's usually up there. Even if he's probably not going to get pole. I mean, if we looked at the dominance of Ferrari, he should be a contender for top 5 at least. So yeah, I'm going to ride on board with him.
There is quite a lot of people going out on a lap. And as predicted, pretty much half of Q2 have gone out on the medium tyres. Oh no, sorry, there have been a couple of changes.
Yeah, I have to put up fitted. It's fitted? Fitted.
Yeah.
A lot on the medium tyres.
Yeah.
So, for each other, but I'm good. There, through turn 1, that's not going to help him out. All those mediums are not turned on yet.
No. Round turn 2, now turn 3. Come down the first straight, DRS wide open. Coming up to the first chicane. Into the mushroom corner.
He seems rather slow. He seems unsettled.
He does seem a bit unsettled, doesn't he?
It could also just like it's a possibility this seems to be doing well today.
Yeah. Can see what his second sector time is.
Okay. Who will be the first to complete that? Will it be Crumpton?
I think it might be Crumpton, yeah.
Yeah, unless the person ahead of him is on an Alpha, which is Q-tip, yeah, so it's going to be Crumpton. In the Williams, which I think is quite a good looking car, despite it's quite plain. It's got a good colour scheme for it. Doesn't look like toothpaste anymore, so I mean
that's true.
And it's decently quick as well. I mean,
he clips the wall on exit of the last corner, 135.5. Where's Boastman?
The Ferrari's going to destroy that probably on this lap now.
No, Boastman has...
Invalidated. Interesting, but yeah, Dino Bino Bambino 134s. That's where you want to see everyone.
Jackson 134.5, Jake a 135. Crumpton has stopped on circuit to let the drivers through, which is very good. And there's a yellow flag in sector 3. That was Leo, who's coming round to start a lap.
So just going slow, probably to get all his settings right. Have a
Buller.
look.
Why always pips a 136.5? That puts him P6 at the moment. Buller crossing the line and goes third fastest, 135.4.
That's a good lap from Buller.
Good lap,
but
good lap.
That gap to P2 is quite large.
It is, yeah.
9/10 of a second. Crumpton P5, hoping he can go faster than that. He probably can. That last corner of his was not quick by any...
Suz 1, 136.9. TM Ducky, 137.0.
Who else is close to finishing the lap?
But it says that Suz 1 is on an outlap and he's just set a lap time.
Oh no, on my screen he's just on a lap.
Right, okay.
Who's this? TM Ducky, 3 seconds off. Anyone close to... Okay, I'm going to be on board with Dawood.
Yeah, I'm on board with him now.
Last few corners now. This track has 23 corners, which is quite a lot.
It's insane, isn't it?
It is. It's really just turning a lot. Steering columns are going to fail at this track. I'm calling it. Something's going to fail.
Clips the inside wall on the last corner.
I don't think it's going to hinder him too much, though. On mediums, that's a good lap.
Good lap on the mediums.
A good lap on mediums. Buller 5/10 up, but clips the inside wall just enough to probably scare him a bit. No wing damage, so he'll continue on.
Leo coming around the final corner.
Goes P7.
135.
Buller now round the last corner, goes 3/10 quicker. Probably could go an extra 10th quicker though, because he lost quite a lot of time with that little wall tap. Who else has not set a time yet? Rossi coming across the final corner now.
Yeah, he's going on an outlap. Says he's done a 136.7, but he was on an outlap, so...
No, he wasn't. And he spun immediately. But yeah, that is a valid lap from him, 136.7.
Yeah.
On the mediums,
I think there's a bit of a glitch going on.
Yeah, I think you have that glitch because I don't. It shows me like correctly who's on lap, who's not. Q-Tip backed out of this lap to go on this one now. Could be that he has wing damage or not, because he's not opening DRS. Why? Why is he going for another lap if he's not going to open DRS? I'm not sure. Interesting tactics here from Q-Tip, like Miguel yesterday going onto the wet tyres. Who else is on a lap? Giotto, no. Has Giotto rejoined? Back to the session?
I've had a message from Giotto and he is quit.
Quit the league?
Yeah.
Why?
Mate, I don't know. I've never had anyone quit halfway through a qualifying session. You know what I mean? But you know, it is what it is.
I've never seen someone. I've seen some people quit halfway through a race after being taken out, but he just left the session. Like I don't think he was crashed into.
No.
Well, I mean that does give some of the drivers an opportunity to get into Q3 because there's now only 4 cars in the drop zone. Suz1, TM Ducky, Q-Tip right now, but Boastman most likely won't end up in the bottom 5 unless he completely messes up somehow.
But it just means that Giotto's AI car is going to cause a lot of problems in this race.
Oh yeah.
Unless the car actually disappears before the race start.
I don't think... Is ghosting on?
No.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
that might be an issue, because yesterday in another league race, I saw you as well, saw that AI cars jump the start and caused absolute chaos. Here's hoping that doesn't happen, because that would be an absolute disaster if it does.
And Q-Tip has spun.
Not surprised. Well, how do I put this? He's kind of doing something weird right now, so yeah, Boastman though, going through the mushroom section now, sticking as close to the outer walls as he can while still slingshotting himself in to go onto the back straight. Behind him is Why Always Pips, who's invalidated, so we don't have to care about him. Cells 1 has just started a lap, going through the first few corners now. Who else on lap? David Chahud.
Chahud,
that's quite a username. 451, he's on the mediums still. I've got fitted, and he's only one of 3 cars still on the mediums, and the only one out on track, so everyone clearly deciding the mediums is not working. Boastman though has started his... Oh, he's almost finished with this lap, but yellow flag because there's a racing point. Jackson going
getting out of the way. No, he's getting out of the way. He's not impeding anyone.
Get out of the way. Didn't impede anyone.
Jackson in P2 though. So Boastman crossing the line. Bit of a lag. Goes fastest 1:33.3.
That is a lot closer to his teammate's time of qualifying number 1. So.
Indeed, but there is quite a bit of lag coming from Boastman. David Chahud starting a lap, I believe. Yes, he is. And the same with Aryan EU, which is just behind.
Let me go on board with Aryan. Anybody gonna finish the lap now? Suz1 did and goes P3. That's a great lap.
Good lap.
1:34.3. That is a good lap. Let's see. Who is gonna risk it on the mediums into Q3? I think the Ferraris are truly the only 2 with the pace to do that. I don't think anyone else can risk it, to be perfectly honest. Who's on a lap? In pits, so that can be out now. It's Red Bull there. He's probably going to pit this lap. So not much track activity right now because everybody's going to come out now to do their final runs.
And David Chahud is coming into the pit lane. TM Ducky on a lap coming around the finals section through the S's. And there's Boastman getting out of the way.
Aryan also on a lap, but probably not his main one because it's very, very slow. 1:41, yeah, it's definitely not. Oh, Ducky hits the wall there.
P6 on the softs.
Good lap, but I think you can go time bit quicker because he slapped it right into the wall there.
Yes, indeed. Suz1 in low fuel mode. He's got, I believe, Mercedes coming up behind him. And I believe that's Rossi. No.
Why was Pips? I think.
No, it's Rossi.
Is it Rossi?
And, yeah,
Crumpton's retired in the pits, so it's fine.
Yeah, I don't believe he's going to be any faster than that.
That is... He was on the mediums. Wait, let's check best lap. Yeah, it was on the mediums.
Yeah, it was on the mediums, yeah. Probably not. David Chahud has retired in the pit lane as well.
So, only 3 people now out of Q2.
But it just means David Chahud is in the drop zone.
Yeah, well, he's definitely not going to
Bino has retired, so he believes he's done enough. So, riding on board with Rossi.
I'm on board with Why Always Pips, starting his last lap now. Want to get into Q3. Want to be up there with TM Ducky, Buller, and Jake Marsh.
Indeed.
Q-Tip, though, very surprising there. Down in P14. So I think we may see Jake, Arian, Crumpton, and David as the 4 cars out, because I really believe the 2 Mercs and the Renault has the pace to get into
yes, definitely, 100%.
Q3. So definitely Crumpton. Arian, most likely, unless he can really make this lap count. Jake, purely because he's invalidated his last lap and he won't be improving. Buller marginally down on his first sector, so he could also improve. It's really going to be interesting now. Who's going to cross the line first?
It says Rossi's on an out lap.
Yeah, he's on a lap and he's 1.2 seconds up on his...
Right, so it's a glitch on my screen then, right, okay. So he comes across the line and goes P6, 134.7, good lap.
So, why always Pips? Where's he going to cross the line in? That is Jake Marsh, I believe. No, it's Jackson.
Jackson goes P2, 133.7, dead.
Only 4 tenths off the Ferrari, that's good. While with Pips, 134 sticks, beats his teammate, but crucially gets out of the drop zone. So now it's Jake or Arian.
Leo has spun.
Oh yeah, that's not good. If Q-Tip, oh yeah, he's out then. Unfortunately for him, he's out of his qualifying session.
Yeah. So where will Q-Tip place?
Coming round, oh yeah, he's 1.6.
Oof, it's going to be close.
It's going to be close.
Oh no, he can only do P13.
A title contender. Isn't he first in the championship?
He is at the moment, yes.
First in the championship out in Q2, that is
the
massive.
Wood moves up to P3. Jake Marsh.
Which was kind of unnecessary, but if I were him, I would have backed down, start on the mediums, but sure. Jake Marsh getting through by the skin of his teeth.
Can he go quicker though? Crosses the line. No, he doesn't.
P10 though.
He does go marginally faster, 135.0, but he will stay P10, so he is now safe.
I mean, that was surprising. I really thought Q-Tip was going to go top 10. Don't know what happened there. But who is yet to... Oh, I think it's a timing glitch.
No, that is it.
Yeah, but like we have to wait now for the seconds to go out for some reason because people in the pits. Giotto, no lap, not even a part of the league anymore, which is kind of irritating. He could have just, you know...
But it's fine. He's told me the reason why, and I understand, so it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Let's see, where's... 16 seconds left. And then we go to Q3 and then to the race. So hopefully it's a clean one. But also hopefully it's...
Crumpton, you were right, Crumpton did make an error. He had 3 sets of softs left. And he should have gone out.
That was... I really don't understand why he retired on the mediums, but who was your surprise for Q2? Mine is definitely Q-Tip. Definitely Q-Tip. P13. I mean, second to last, really, of the timed runners, and ahead by only a tenth of the medium runners. So
yeah,
really disappointing session for him.
I think Crumpton was a surprise one for me because he had 3 sets of softs left, and I mean he could have gone back out and actually, you know, got into the top 10, but you know, it's just one of those things that happens, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
you know.
he'll just be, he's in a good position because he's now got fresh tyres and tyre choice, but he's the highest position for that, so
indeed.
He is in a good space, and if he really can make this strategy work, then...
Right, here we go. Top 10 shootout. pole lap is coming up. What are you predicting?
Who do you think gonna do it? Oh, I think definitely one of the Ferraris. I think Dawood, considering I think he's had the quickest time overall so far. If he can carry that Q1 pace through to Q3, he'll be absolutely fine.
Well, we got action in the pit lane. That's one of the Williams drivers. I believe that's TM Ducky coming out
Ferrari,
first.
Dawood is second, I believe. The car's coming out. Could be third. Yeah, third as a Racing Point was released ahead of him.
That was Jackson.
Yeah.
So, depending on
behind
what...
there's a Merc of Wildest Pips coming out of the pit lane now. Anyone else coming out of the pit lane? Buller and his teammate Dino Bino Bambino and the other Ferrari of Boseman. So everybody quickly getting out of the pits. Jake Marsh, I believe, is coming out as well now. Yep. Suz1 and Rossi, I think, the only people still in their pit boxes, which is strange considering I think they would be two of the cars that really want to get as many laps in as they can. Still not coming out.
Crompton is supporting TM Ducky.
His teammate, yeah, that does make
his
sense.
teammate. And also one of his friends.
Oh, I didn't. I knew they were teammates, but yeah. Let's see what they can do. Suz1 is coming out of the pits now. Rossi is the only one in the pits currently, and I have no idea why. What's happened?
I was just gonna say, I didn't know where TM Ducky was, and I thought Suz1 might, But yeah, anyway, here we go. So, TM Ducky coming around the final corner to start his banked lap. First time lap of this Q3 session.
Going as fast as he can now. Literally, this is pushing to the absolute limit. Takes that first curb quite nicely. Fast corner going well. The first section here going well. Tiny bit slow through there, but literally possibly only thousandth of a second or so. Decent first sector. I don't think it's going to be any miracle, but it's going to be a decent first sector. 25.7. Good first sector. Takes the curbs. Doesn't cut the second one, which you can do and still get a
Jackson done a 25.3.
So yeah, 4 tenths quick already then. Niall or TM Ducky. So who else is on a... I'm looking at Wildways Pips right now, but I do not have his first sector time. It was a 25.7, so very marginally quicker. Buller 25.8. Dawood 25.4.
So Jackson at the moment, is the quicker driver at the minute.
Yeah,
so Jackson's second sector is a 105.6.
105.6. Let's see, the Ferrari there of Dawood has invalidated. Ducky 107. Boseman, Dino Bino Bambino coming across now for the second sector split.
Jackson,
it's a 105.915. Purple middle sector for Dino Bino Bambino. Ducky
Jackson clips the inside wall, crosses the line, does 133.6. Good lap there for Jackson.
He can go quicker though. He saw
the Wood back in the pit lane.
Probably got some wing damage of some sort. Dino Bino Bambino has underfueled his car so much so that he's run out or close to running out of fuel even before his first lap was ending.
He wants a quick lap.
P2 with the quickest middle sector.
So here we go, Boseman, final corner. Clips the outside wall, crosses the line and only manages P3, 134.5. So at the moment, Ferraris. Jackson is on provisional pole with a great lap of 133.6.
Why is Rossi still in the pits?
He's probably waiting.
Oh, he's coming out now, probably for clear air, but he's only going to get 2-time laps.
Everyone's going to set a lap and then go into the pit lane, so he's going to get pretty much good clear air. Which is good strategy, I think.
I don't know. I think if he did what Suz1 does, or did, excuse me, he gave himself a lot of there and has gone P5 ahead of Buller, Jake Marsh, and TM Ducky. Good lap there. Good performance so far.
Bearing in mind, obviously, Sus1 does have that 5-place grid penalty, so that will put him P10 at the moment. But he will have free tyre choice if that ever does come, you know, if he does start in that position.
Yeah, that's...
It sucks, but it's the way that it's unfortunate. I can't do anything about it because that wasn't his fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you could take that away, that would be perfect.
I would have done, but
to be done about it.
Yeah. And I have explained that to him. Unfortunately, I couldn't take it away, but I know it wasn't your fault. You know.
Yeah, it always sucks when that happens. Everyone has probably been on the receiving end of such a penalty in some time in their league racing careers.
Indeed. There's Boseman coming into the pit lane now.
Everybody heading to the pits now. Rossi is going to give us some entertainment, at least, while everyone else is out in the pits.
Indeed.
To make the lull a bit more entertaining, will Sus1 head into the pits as well? Let's have a look here.
He will do. So Rossi will have
very much
a free track to set a lap.
Completely free of anyone else. So let's go on board with Rossi for his lap.
Here we go. So Rossi coming down to the first corner. Braking hard. Down to second gear. Opening up the throttle. Braking into the second part of turn 2. Now around turn 3, and then validates his lap time, gets too much of the curb.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Now he's only probably going to have time for one run.
I mean, if he wants to set another lap time before these cars get out, he needs to preserve his ERS and his fuel.
And his tyres. You have to remember, everyone here had their best lap on very fresh softs. He's going to have a 1 lap disadvantage now. That is exactly what I thought was going to happen. If you're going to do a strategy like this, you should be very careful on your first lap.
But he is going slowly, so he is preserving his tyres.
Yeah, he's definitely going to go for a second lap.
Oh yeah,
like,
100%.
Right after this. He has to. I mean, there's no other choice for him. But he's only going to get 1 lap
One chance. He's going to get one chance.
So it's going to be interesting to see if he can get a good position now. I'll be very impressed because
and DeWood is coming out on track.
Oh, that was very quick. He's probably. It's quite a smart tactic because if he does what Rossi did now, he can go for another lap.
Yeah.
If you go out too late and you do what Rossi did, then your qualifying is over. So, tactic that would also yet to set
and Rossi's coming straight into the pit lane.
Oh, that is not giving himself a lot of room to play with. He can probably still get out and do 2 laps, but then, you know, if he invalidates
he's cutting it a bit fine.
Yeah, it's going to be close, but
if there's a 30-second timing glitch, then he is looking at about 4 minutes left.
Yeah, which I think is enough. But he is cutting. He's doing what Hamilton did in Russia. You know, we all kind of knew he was eventually going to get into Q3.
Yeah.
Q2, I can't remember. But, you know, there's always that doubt, like, what if something goes wrong? So, hopefully he can get out again and get a lap in, which is representative of his speed. But I have to say, Jackson so far doing a very good job on provisional pole. Really thought the Ferraris were going to be closer, but they probably made mistakes. Especially Dawood isn't even going to have a lap on the ball, but he's going to come now across the final corner to start his lap, gets as close to the inside wall as he can, brushes the outside wall, perfect last corner there. In my opinion, going to brake hard into turn 1, down into second gear, clips the inside curb, goes over that the outside curb there. Now into turn 2, how close does he go? Relatively close, brushes over. Doesn't quite touch the inside curb there at the exit of turn 3, but now thundering down towards turn 4, I believe.
It's a 25-1.
Purple first sector, great sector there, jumps over those corners which you can cut quite heavily, even more so than he did. Does it touch? Barely touches those 2 curbs. Going on now to the back straight, which is excruciatingly long and
very
quite
narrow.
boring to comment Yeah, the DRS reaches 230 kilometers per hour. Probably can go a bit more faster though. You can see there's not quite as much top speed on these cars than I'd like Italy, but there still is quite a lot of it because it is a difficult track sometimes to get set up for. Purple middle sector though, so this is
105.2. Oh, tank slapper coming out of that corner. Wow,
that was a big moment. But that can cost him provisional pole. Now,
he's got to blast it round these corners now.
He will only get one lap in after this, so if this isn't pole, he's really going to have to bank. Oh, but he doesn't have enough ERS.
Oh.
Will he have enough ERS? Oh, it's difficult. He probably could still go.
And he's on pole, 133.1. Oh, great lap there for the Wood.
Even with that tank slapper. Right. Who's going to be next to cross the line?
Why always Pips? Crossing the line does. Oh, he's on a lap.
That was an out lap for Wiles Pips. Buller, I think, is the next car that's going to cross the line.
The Wood is retired.
Oh, but he's done that on track. That's quite a naughty move there for him. Because if he impedes someone else now, that's going to be big trouble for him. Thomas, Wiles Pips loses it a bit there at the back. He has to go past the Wood now. That is really an inconvenience to drivers.
That's unfortunately a penalty there.
Yeah, that is not very helpful. His own teammate now is going to be impeded by him. That is... Boastman is going to be very angry. If I were him, I would be fuming. Because Boastman, I think, is one of the few drivers that can actually contest here for pole. And the person on pole has just done a Michael Schumacher and made sure that's not going to happen. Jackson coming through the mushroom section now. I cannot speak to save my life. Buller went P6. I think he went marginally quicker. Don't think he affected. TM Ducky though, P9. Not a great lap from him. He will start most likely. We have to watch on board with Rossi though. He had to set a lap time. Respectable first sector, but nothing to set the
Wood. Boastman is 0.8 quicker in the second sector.
Is that going to be enough for pole? No, he's going to have to need 1.4 seconds, and I think he lost easily 3-4 tenths being impeded by his team. So, locks up probably another tenth or two there.
Comes across the
It'll be surprising.
Oh, he smashes into the outside wall, puts in P2.
I think his teammate
Jackson now.
Pole.
Oh,
Rossi goes P7, respectable.
Jackson clipping the outside wall, goes P2, 1.32. Dino Bino Bambino. Where will this place him?
This is 1/10 up, so barring a miracle, I think he should stay P4, unless he somehow
clips the outside wall as well, and does stay P4. Jake Marsh now. No, Buller crossing the line, goes P6. So Jake Marsh, he goes straight into the pit lane.
Why wouldn't you just cross the line? Why wouldn't you just cross the line? Now we've got to wait for 1 minute and 20 seconds while you go into the pit lane. Thank you very much, Jake.
Well, in that case, I'm going to have a quick toilet break. I'll let you do the rundown of the top 10.
Okay.
All right.
So on pole is Dawood 7861 in the Ferrari, 133.1. Good lap for him, but he did impede his teammate, and that could be a hefty penalty heading toward his win. P2 Jackson. Great lap from him, 132.2, just over a tenth off pole. Boastman, the man who got impeded by his teammate, around 3/10 off pole in the Ferrari at 133.4. Dino Bino Bambino at 133.6 in the Alfa Romeo, and I will read the rest when it comes up. But yeah, interesting Q3, quite eventful. Surprise from Jackson. But anyway, let's continue. Wiles Pips, the first of the Mercedes in P5, 9/10 off the pole. Buller, the second of the Alfa Romeos. Good day for Alfa Romeo. 4th and 6th with 134.3, 1.2 seconds off pole. 7th is Jake Marsh in the Racing Point, 134.4. Rossi only got, I think, one time lapping in the end, a 134.6 for him. Suz won, good qualifying for them, a 134.8. and 10th place is TM Ducky and the Williams, 1:36.0. So not a good representative time at all for TM Ducky. But we'll stop P9 after Sus1 does drop down to P14, I believe.
I'm back.
Great, because I was just done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so interesting quote there. If I was Boastman, I would be ticked off beyond comparison. That was very reckless from his teammate there, and it potentially cost him pole. So I would be very mad if I were Boastman.
Apparently, the Wood done a 32.3 in practice.
Oof. Well, yeah, we saw him hit the wall. Like, his last few corners were quite scruffy. So, but he did retire on track, which I don't know. Is to me that would be at least a 3-place grid penalty usually if you see impeding or stuff like this in qualifying. Excuse me. Which, you know, it's always difficult with the F1 games because you kind of wish they had like a race director feature where the race director could give penalties. So
it is going to be a dry race, but it looks very overcast. It looks very dark.
Nice and overcast. Could we see rain in the second half, maybe?
Why was Pips has said dry all, by the way.
Okay.
So here we go. Hopefully all the drivers will stay in formation.
No formation map, is there? Oh, there is a formation map.
Everybody getting away nice and cleanly.
That would jumping away absolutely. Jackson, P2, Boastman, P3, Dino Bino Bambino, P4, Wildwiz Pips, P5, P6, Buller, P7, Jake Marsh, P8, Rossi, P9, TM Ducky, P10 Crumpton, P11 and P12 Arian and Q-Tip for the Renaults, P13 David Charhad. Damn it, it's a U sound, but anyway, 14 Sus1 after that 5-place grid penalty dropped into P14. Giotto, who is not racing, he is not in the league anymore in P15. Bossman P16, P17 the best Pons, P18 Charlie in Japan, Swifty P19, Rob J. Lewis very, very far back in P20. What is he doing?
One driver has gone onto the hard compound tyres.
Oh yeah, I need to do
David Charhad.
Fitted tyre. Charhad? David Charhad?
Yeah, David Charhad has gone onto the fitted compound, on the hard compound tyre.
Charlie in Japan, the only one in the bottom 5, bottom 6 to go onto the softs. But yeah, everybody with free tyre choice except him, and I think Sus1 had to start on their Q2 tyres, so I'm not sure about that, but everybody that had free tyre choice opted for something harder than softs.
I believe everybody is actually doing what I've actually asked them, surprisingly enough.
Let's see. Rob J. Lewis has finally caught up. Despite
do you know what? I'm really pleased with this. I'm really pleased with this because it just shows that they can actually do it.
This is great etiquette, especially with the grid, a full grid. You know, usually you'd expect at least 2 people by now to smash into each other.
Yeah.
I have to say they are going quite slowly though. I don't know if I would have liked to go at this pace.
Look, at the end of the
surface only or surface and carcass?
Surface only.
Surface only. Okay, yeah, then it doesn't really matter. But if it was surface and carcass, I probably.
Well, AI is now taken over, and now they're all going to form up on the grid.
So no disqualifications.
None whatsoever.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
I thank you. I thank you. Thank you, drivers. Much appreciated.
But yeah, who you got a shout for? And haven't even asked you that yet.
I will tell you probably halfway through.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna go halfway through and now. So right now, I think Dawood, but I'll leave you to do the start of the race.
Hey, Ero Unu, how you doing, buddy? Right, so.
Oh, there's a reversing.
There's been
Giotto's
a timing
doing exactly
Timing glitch, timing
exactly
glitch.
What happened yesterday?
But
everyone avoids him though.
everyone gets away cleanly and just lights out and away we go.
Boseman going round the outside of Jackson into P2 already.
Wow.
A great shot for Bullet fighting for P5.
Virtual safety car. There is a virtual safety car.
Who has got? Is that for Giotto?
I believe that might be for Giotto.
It can't. It probably was for Swifty because Swifty is now behind Giotto. Oh, 5-second time penalty is being dished out here at a rapid pace. Severe
collision with Rob J. Lewis. But Rob J. Lewis jumping up into P16.
Great stuff for him, yeah. Let's look at the position changes.
Looks like Giotto's car
already, into detail position change. Who was the big winner there? Crumpton going up 4 places as well as Rob J. Lewis. Biggest loser, probably David Jahad, 5 places down. But yeah, everyone else pretty much gained 1 place or lost 1 place. Wiles Pips lost 2. What is happening up front? Boseman and Dawood.
Yeah, it's green flag, green flag. It's green flag.
Oh, that's why.
Green flag.
Jackson. Oh, Jackson.
Oh, Jackson rear ends Boseman there.
Oh, no damage to Jackson's front wing though, and no penalty for it. So they just continue. Oh, right, Jackson getting so close to the wall there.
He's broken his front wing.
He probably did that hitting the wall now. Oh, that is bad for Jackson. The
and he goes straight into the pit lane so he doesn't impede anyone else, which is
all he could have done in that situation. Unfortunately, he'll probably go on to himself the hearts now.
Ero Unu, if you message me on PlayStation, I will chat to you after the race and I'll get you back in.
Jeez, this is challenge Japan into the pit, but gets a 5-second time penalty.
There's a lot of drivers in the pit.
6 drivers in the pit.
Swifty.
6 of them, I think.
But obviously, Suz won with his 5th place grid penalty. He's sitting pretty in P12 at the moment.
Yeah, 2 places up, so he's literally now on the road back to the points paying positions.
Indeed. Obviously, if he plays it cool, he will be on for some good points here for the AlphaTauri team.
And that's what he wants.
And that's what he wants,
I'm not sure where AlphaTauri are on the constructors, but I'm sure they could use the points.
Yeah, I can't remember myself, to be fair.
I'll quickly have a look. They are currently P6, I believe, ahead of Williams, McLaren and Red Bull. Williams doing well so far with Crumpton in P5.
Yeah, and Team Ducky in 10th as well. Not too bad there for Team Ducky. Only losing 1 position, but
if they can get a double point finish here today, they can easily jump Alfa Romeo and Haas. Haas having a horrid race, currently in 13th and 18th. Of course, still 26 laps to go. This race is not properly even started at this stage.
Nah. But Dawood is running away into the distance in P1.
1.3 second lead. But both Ferraris actually are kind of pulling away now. The Alfa Romeo's Bullet got a great start. It has to be set up into P4.
Yeah, both Alfa Romeo. There's both. I tell you what, the top 4 Ferrari-powered engines are in the top 4. Obviously,
that is very unrealistic.
Very unrealistic. Rossi, Arian EU, and Rob J. Lewis in the pits.
So Sus1 now into the points paying positions because those 3 pit stops are definitely unplanned because lap 3 is way too early to pit.
And
so
wing changes for all those drivers, I believe. Brand new set of mediums.
The key to Vietnam is literally just keeping your nose clean, and if Sus1 can do that, they can get solid points for AlphaTauri. Bossman on the back of them though gets a 3-second time penalty. Anyone else?
He's on the hard tyres as well.
Boseman has gained a 2nd on Dawood. What has happened here? What has happened here? Why did Dawood lose a 2nd to his teammate? So close here.
He must have clipped the wall.
Sector 1 yellow flag. Oh, it's a Haas. It's Swifty. Spun round in the pit exit, it seems. Strange place to spin your car, but
he hasn't impeded anybody, and no one's got a penalty for it.
He was last, to be fair, so it wasn't going to be that much of a risk. But Dawood must have made quite a big mistake. Wait, let's check. Does he have wing damage? Nothing I can see. So
the Wood doesn't have wing damage, but he has probably had a bad sector somewhere.
Taps the wall there completely, and his teammate now 2 tenths behind him.
Gets right up to the gearbox of the Wood there.
I think Dawood's tyres just aren't switching on, because he's braking a lot more earlier than Boastman, as you can see it, and sliding all over the place there. The back straight is going to be absolute torture for him, because Boastman clearly right now is the quicker driver. Pulling out to checks brake line.
Oh, locks up his front right there.
That's going to cost him out of this section. Now his teammate's going to want to keep his head and just get a good exit, and he should be all over the back of Dawood.
Crumpton now up into P4.
Buller unfortunately lost out there.
Yeah.
Who else is clear? Oh, TM Ducky run the back of Q-Tip, but I'm going to keep on board with the Ferraris, who'll probably be switching positions now.
TM Ducky catching onto the back of Q-Tip.
Bit of wheel banging
DRS wide open. Q-Tip moves, gives space. TM Ducky moves up into P8.
Oh, these Ferraris giving each other just enough room. Literally, you wouldn't think this is teammates fighting or championship contenders. You would think they're literally just, they've got nothing to lose, because they are driving to the absolute limit here. It's brilliant to watch, but also I feel very anxious whenever they get so close.
But Buller has got back past Crumpton's. Oh no, Crumpton is...
Oh, Crumpton completely locks up though, so Buller should get him. Is he going to keep his nose in? No, he's going to back out. Very sensible, but he's got a better exit than Crumpton here. Not a very long straight though, so he's probably not going to be able to pass Crumpton here, unless he absolutely sends it.
No, he doesn't do so.
Oh, Thomas! Oh, looking back on Crumpton's view there, almost looked as if Thomas' brakes failed. He was almost going to go directly into the back there of Buller, but doesn't do so. But anyway, going back to fight to the front, I believe Boastman can go for the move if he's brave on the brakes. No, he's going to be a bit more sensible, but Dawood has a massive lockup once again. What really helps Dawood is it seems he's a tiny bit stronger through the mushroom section than his teammate.
Oh, Buller and Crumpton! Oh, and Crumpton is straight into the wall! Crumpton has really bad wing damage now.
Oh yeah, he's got definitely red. He's got nothing on the right hand side. But looking at the Ferraris now. Oh, jeez, Dawood swerving. Buller gets a penalty for illegal blocking. How? It's green flag conditions. Boastman though, off the circuit, gives back the position to Dawood and loses time. Dawood defending P1 with absolutely everything he's got, and it's probably not a great day for the teammate relationship. I mean, feisty racing and that impediment in qualifying is not
Swifty is in the pits again.
His race is over, unless he may be in the pits now to retire the car, because I cannot see him unless a safety car comes out. I mean, props to him. Really good for him for continuing on. You always do. Dawood though, Boastman is clearly the quicker driver. Oh, Boastman gonna send it around the outside. He's not given room though. Definitely not given the room to stick it through there. Oh, this is great racing between the two Ferraris for the lead of this race. I cannot remember the last time I saw two Ferraris in the
Wood having a right tank slapper there.
Absolutely loses his car. Boastman could go for the move here. Will he though?
Oh, it's looking a bit risky.
He's a bit too sensible for that. I think he had a tiny bit of a lock-up there.
The Wood is fighting to keep the lead of this race here.
Absolutely doing everything in his power to keep the lead of this race. Let's have a look at this defending though, because the last time I have to admit, this section,
the Wood has more ERS than what Boastman does. But Boastman's looking down the outside of the Wood.
Dawood though is probably going to push his teammate off the track. Yes, he does push his teammate off. That is definitely forcing another driver off the track. That is not very acceptable.
Bear in mind, obviously that corner is very, very, very tight. So, and the cars do not turn that well.
I wouldn't give a penalty for it, but it was definitely not. I wouldn't say it was good driving, but it wasn't very nice driving towards his teammate there. And like I say, I would expect this between two drivers who either hate each other absolutely or aren't in the same team. And I don't know what the relationship is like between these two, but I just... Boastman, though, sticking to the rear end there. Oh, tiny bit of a lock up there as he quickly gains
the best puns. The best puns and Rossi are fighting for position. Oh, get a bit close there. Best puns backs out.
Does well to back out there.
Indeed.
But he's gained a bit on Rossi because Rossi's gone very slow out of that section. I'm going to stick one more downward lock up into the mushroom section as he does almost every single lap. Also, we should be seeing like proper pit stops now for like proper tyre changes. Which one of the Ferraris will be first though? Because
Rossi and the best puns are into the pit lane now.
The undercut here is very powerful, so De Wood is most likely, if he is in the lead of this race, will most likely go. Will Bossman send it? Boastman, I don't know why I said Bossman there. But, so yeah, if I was De Wood, I would pit now. Put on a set of medium tyres, and on lap 20 or so, pit again for softs. The undercut here is very well. And it really depends on what level Boastman tyres and ERS is. Boastman now actually got about the same amount, if not only like a few percent more than Dowd. Dowd's going to head into the pits, and unfortunately for Boastman, I think that is going to gain him around a second, maybe even more, in the pit stop phases.
Well,
Dino
if
Bambino sticking out. A lot of drivers not going to pits. TM Ducky only his second one this lap. Who else is going to head into pits? Why was Pips charging in there? 5-second time penalty. Saw that coming from a mile away. So does Bull again. Yeah. Suz1 is going to continue.
Suz1 is obviously feeling alright with these soft tyres. Pit window is now open for the medium tyres.
Very, very solid race being driven by Q-Tip. Q-Tip, who was out in Q2, is currently sitting in P3, so great comeback from him so far.
He's on the medium tyres, so he will possibly get first place here at the moment. Going with the opposite strategy.
Boastman is most likely going to pit this lap, and he's probably pushing everything he can out of that car to try and limit the damage of the undercut as much as possible.
He is boxing. His blue and spanner icon is on, so he is boxing this lap. Dino as well. Q-Tip is not. Jake is pitting. Suz1 is pitting.
Who else?
Bossman's not.
Ducky. Why is Ducky going to pit again? He just pitted for mediums. Probably just a glitch. But I really don't hope he pits again.
But he's coming under attack from Jackson, going down the outside.
He takes the inside line though. See, that's how you lead really around the outside
and he gets moved. Done. Great move there for Jackson.
Great move from Jackson, but you have to say, TM Ducky, very well done there to give the room and not push Jackson off the track. That is, I would rather lose a position than push someone off there. I don't know. Suz1 5-second time penalty speeding pit thing. They could have benefited from Buller and Wiles Pips doing so, but instead they've gone and followed their example. Boastman, where's he? Coming out of the pits just now. Oh, it's going to be tight.
The Woods popped him. The Woods got him.
No, he hasn't. Remember, the first corners are very close. The overcut has worked wonders here.
Dino has jumped. Dino has jumped the Wood as well.
That is Boastman onto the hard tyres, so he's definitely going to pit. He's definitely going to go for the softer tyre later on.
No, he's not. I reckon he's going to the end. He could easily do 20 laps on these tyres, or 19 laps, shall I say.
It really depends. It really does. I haven't run the hard tyre around here ever, so I don't know how many laps you can get out of it, but I know the medium tyres definitely all have to pit again.
But
so
the surprise...
seeing a second stop from Dino, Bambino and Dawood.
The surprise of the session at the moment is Bossman. He hasn't had much luck in this season yet, but he's sitting pretty in P5 at the moment.
Oh,
has a bit of
quickly there, Pin, but managed to keep it under control. He and Q-Tip, the only drivers who haven't pitted yet. 5 drivers, I believe, have made 2 stops, Rossi being the first of them.
Yeah.
Giotto, despite not racing, is currently P14.
Yes. But obviously the team won't get any points because he is not in control of his car.
Gone very Fernando Alonso-esque helmet, has to be said. But anyway, Dino Bino Bambino is actually catching Boastman. When they came out of the pit, the gap was 1.9 seconds. It's now 1.3. But
Dino is on the softer tyre.
That is true, and he's got downward behind him now in DRS zone. So, this could be a very simple pass for the Ferrari if he gets it at the right stage.
I don't think he's close enough yet.
Not on this part, but probably on the back straight. I think they're close enough. I think you need around 5 tenths to make the move nice and cleanly. Dino Bino Bambino goes a bit wide through that section though, or that could just be his normal line, but I prefer much more to line. I think most people do.
Jackson gets a 3-second time penalty for... Oh dear.
He's had a horrible race so far, from P2 down to P7, provisionally P5, so yeah, not a great race from him.
But the Wood gets past
Dino Bino Bambino. It was a simple overtake, simple as you'd like. Boastman, though, may have shot himself in the foot by going on the hards, because he can't seem to get them going. He's losing so much time.
And that is Q-Tip's front wing. Q-Tip has got front wing damage. He is boxing this lap.
So?
Only an end plate.
Yeah, only an end plate or so. If I was him,
he's not boxing.
He's probably telling him to, but I think he knows he can manage that front wing damage because it's.
Oh, that Swifty retired from the session. He's crashed out on track.
Safety car. Oh, that's horrible for Q-Tip, who literally just passed the pit lane.
No.
That is so horrible
rotten
for him.
luck for
That is
Q-Tip.
great for
Bossman. He's in the pit lane.
Absolutely. That will
Jackson
benefit him so
in the
much.
pit lane. TM Ducky in the pit lane.
How do you get a speeding in the pit lane penalty under safety car? Come on, that's just
Buller drive-through penalty speeding under the safety car.
Oh my goodness, this is something else. Suz one also heading in. You know what? Everyone's going to put on the hard tyre and going to go to the end now.
I guarantee it.
I think this is definitely within the window of the hard tyre now. Maybe even if you really want to risk it, you could put on another set of mediums.
TM Ducky has gone on the hards. Jackson's gone on the hards.
Merck has gone on the hards. Whoever that is, Wildest Pips has gone on the hards. Suz one. Oh, Bullet's been kept in the pits though. He's going for a front wing change.
Yeah, he's serving a 5-second penalty. So Suz one will jump in.
Yeah, that's true. Suz one will come out.
Best puns, 5 seconds speeding in the pit lane.
Speeding in the pit lane, come on. I feel like speeding in the pit lane around here is actually relatively easy, but when you're under safety car,
this is where we need to keep an eye on every single one of these drivers, because this is where the contacts usually happen.
Q-Tip though, you gotta feel so sorry for him.
Oh no.
10 seconds, not even 10 seconds, probably just like 6 seconds earlier, and he would probably have been in contention for the lead of this race, or at least very high up in the order. But now he's going to come out quite far behind. Although it has to be said, the pack is still spread out.
Rob J. Lewis, one of the back markers, in 19th place. Is the green light on the top of the safety car? No, not yet. And Q-Tip boxes. So, and Boastman as well.
So, Darwood is going to have to double stack now behind his teammate.
Oh no, this is going to hurt both of the Ferraris. Well, one of them anyway.
It's definitely going to hurt one of them, but Dino Bino Bambino is now in the lead of this race.
Jake Marsh in second, Crumpton in third.
But
Bossman in fourth. Bossman has got to pit again, definitely.
No. Why?
Because he's on the soft tyres.
Why did he not stop? No, that is absolutely destroyed.
That is bad luck there for Bossman.
Say from Swifty because they've get up his strategy.
Suz 1, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. I will probably see footage from him to see why.
It didn't. I think everyone kind of got.
Bro, you are lagging a fair bit.
Same for you, actually. So yeah, it was better now.
Yeah, is it? Yeah, it's getting better. It's getting better.
Yeah, now I can hear you again.
I can hear you
because
as well.
the moment you like start, I know whatever I'm saying is probably not going to be heard. But what I was saying is, Bossman's strategy absolutely destroyed any chance he had of a great result.
But he is going to be on the quicker tyre, so he could possibly get into the lead of the race, and
I don't think a tyre deficit is enough. Like, Bossman is definitely not one of the quicker drivers here. Let's wait. Who do I want to go on
Bossman
board?
and Q-Tip are back out in P7 and P8.
Bossman medium tyres.
The Wood's on the hards, so they've swapped round.
Bossman believes he can do 16 laps on the soft compound tyre. Safety car staying out for one more lap, which is going to help Bossman a lot. Bossman, even if you were on the mediums, I think he'd be fine at this stage, but no, he's royally screwed himself over there.
But if another collision there for Suz 1.
Bullet just keeps on smashing into the back of Suz 1. Bullet, what are you doing? Look at Bullet.
Bullet, pack it in.
What is this driving? He's just overtaken on the safety car. What was that? That was atrocious driving.
What is Bullet? Oh.
That was disgusting. I'm not gonna lie, that was very bad. How many
Well,
penalties?
that severe collision with Bullet for Suz 1, that will be getting removed.
That is 1, 2, 3 penalties. 15 seconds of penalties for Suz 1 there because of that. What was Bullet doing? I've never seen Bullet do anything like that. He's usually one of the most clean, quickest guys I know. So
yeah,
I don't know
what was going on there, but I will see the footage from Suz 1 from that. But anyway,
if I was Bossman, I would have just pitted now.
Yeah.
Or pitted the previous lap and put on hard tyres. He's going to come out towards the rear of the grid, but at least he's going to come out, in the pack and not 5 minutes behind it, like he most probably will do. Rob J. Lewis in the pits again. He's having a horrible race.
Yeah.
Red Bull driver not doing too well. Red Bull not doing great.
What is Arian EU doing?
Where is he?
He's in 17th place.
Safety
car is in this lap.
I remember it's called quite early around Vietnam for some reason. I don't know why, but
I think it always gets called just Charlie in Japan going past Giotto's car. So is the best puns, and I believe Leo will do the same. No, bit sketchy.
He tried to, but almost plummeted himself into the depths of hell there.
Yeah.
But he gets past.
Yeah.
Nice and clean. But I'm gonna go on board.
No side by side, please. Stay in formation.
Oh, bad memories for me here with safety car and side by side.
But everyone in front is doing the correct job.
Bossman has been caught with his pants down as the top 3 blast away, and he has lost
Charlie
it.
in Japan, 5-second penalty for collision with Rossi.
That is not great. Jake Marsh all over the back of Dino. Oh, what's Bossman's line there? Completely cuts the first corner.
While Pips loses out to DeWood. DeWood's back end. He's drifting round the second corner there. Oh. How he kept that is beyond me. Wow.
I'm currently looking towards the top of the grid. Jake Marsh.
Hold on a minute. Q-Tip's on the hard tyres. Oh yeah, he's boxed, isn't he?
I
Honestly, I thought that was Bossman then. Arian EU.
Sam Crumpton can go for the lead this race here. He seems to be around the pace of the two ahead of him on the harder tyre. Bossman not doing anything with the softer compound tyres. If anything, he's losing too much time. So yeah, Jake Marsh going to go for the move on Dino Bino Bambino. No, he's going to be playing it nice and safe. Everyone plays it nice and safe. Oh, Jackson almost completely punts into Bossman there. That was
Leo making the move down on the best puns.
Jackson very, very eager. And that is Charlie in Japan, I believe, who is going very slowly. Buller leaving the session there. Not another safety car, please. Oh, no. Suz1 and Wild's Pips very close together and literally going. Oh, Wild's Pips seems to be struggling around here.
Struggling on the hard tyres. The hard tyres are probably not the right choice to have.
Another 5 seconds speeding in the pit lane penalty. People way too eager to get into pit lane here.
Indeed.
Oh, who's that ghosting? I think Boastman just ghosted through Jackson.
Boastman?
Yeah, in P6 just ghosted through Jackson. That was, I don't know.
Unless Jackson's lagging a bit. Oh no,
Boastman coming onto Crumpton. Crumpton locks up. Good exit here, could mean the move.
Bossman down the inside.
If he sticks this, is Crumpton going to back out? Crumpton has to back out, surely.
Oh,
no,
and they've touched. And they've touched.
That is Crumpton's fault. In my opinion, Crumpton should have backed out there. He had no right to continue keeping going in his line. And that is very unfortunate for Bossman, who definitely deserved to make up that place. And that was very dangerous and reckless driving from Crumpton, who's got no wing damage though, but he's being overtaken by TM Ducky because he goes very wide. Can the Ferrari of Boastman get him? Most likely will. Will he know? Boastman's probably going to have to send it. He does send it. Crumpton though is going to hold it around the outside. Crumpton is fighting for everything and he's got. Boastman has to back out there, sensible, because he saw what happened to Bossman. Arian's retired. Leon has retired from the session. Safety car. This helps
was that?
Bossman on the main straight. No idea what happened there.
I'm on board with Charlie in Japan.
Dawood has head into the pits. You know who really helps the safety car? Everyone on the medium tyres. Everyone on the medium tyres. Yeah, well, I think that was a logical one, considering his entire wing was almost gone. This is going to reshuffle the pack quite immensely.
Well, so far I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 penalties thrown out already.
That is...
But I will be having a look at onboard footage as well. So
as always, very efficiently.
Yeah. So Dino is currently leading this race. Jake Marsh in second, TM Ducky third, Crumpton fourth, Boastman fifth, Jackson sixth, Q-Tip seventh, Rossi eighth, David Charhad ninth, The Best Puns in 10th, HOL Jotto's AI car in 11th, DeWood in 12th, Wales Pips 13th, Bossman 14th, Suz1 15th, Charlie in Japan in the pits is 16th, and Rob J. Lewis is in 17th. Ooh, so the second safety car of the session. We're lap 16 of 28.
12 laps to go. Oh, who's really in a good position here? It's so difficult to tell.
Well, at the moment, Dino and Jake are on the better tyre, so they will end up pulling away.
Only they're on older mediums though.
Yeah.
So I don't know why Sam Crumpton didn't pit. He's on 9-lap-old hards, which by the
front
end of this
wing
race
damage as well.
Does he have front wing? It's difficult.
No, he doesn't actually. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
It could be like a singular end plate because it's so difficult to see on the Williams because it's completely black.
No, both the end plates are still on.
Okay, cool. But I personally would have pitted, put on a set of mediums, fresh mediums if he's got them, and just go to the end. Or even if he wants to risk it, put on a set of softs because the safety car will most likely be out until the end of lap 19 or the end of lap 18 at least.
Dino's pitted.
Oh,
Jake Marsh is the leader. Oh, Jake Marsh is now.
Oh, that was... Sus1 has wing damage, and they just pitted for knee from wing. It looked like they could score points. Oh wait, no, it seems something just came off their car, but clearly not from wing. They did punt into the rear of, I believe it was Giotto. I'm not too sure.
I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, what is going on?
But I think Bossman had an illegal overtake. Now why always pips? It's just a glitch. Thomas, just keep going. Just keep going. I will get it removed.
He's got wing damage. Thomas has got barely any end plate left. Oh no, that's orange wing, I believe.
Obviously,
orange,
the illegal overtake is just a glitch. So I'll obviously, if Thomas gets a 5-second penalty for it, then I will get it removed.
I don't think he did though.
Well, no, he's just carrying.
Yeah, this is bad for Thomas though. He's got front wing damage.
Yeah.
And he's gonna have to pit again. But good news for him, he can put on the softs. I think now is a reasonable time to put on. What is Bossman doing? It looks like he's going for an overtake.
No, he was slowing down. He was slowing down.
And keeping nice and tidy though, so yeah, props to him there.
So Thomas will be pitting.
Williams currently P2 and P3. Do you think they can get at least one podium today?
Possibly. It's going to throw a spanner in the works because both Ferraris are in P4 and P10.
Yeah, so
obviously it is a difficult track to navigate round. So you know, but Crompton 10-lap-old hards.
I think Ducky's probably the best shout for podium here, if I'm being honest. But Jake Marsh, where did he start? Started P9, I think, P8.
I will tell you now.
He started P7.
P7, yes. So he's up 6 places. So Wales Pitts has pitted.
Williams have 16 points across the entire season. Currently, they would have 33 points if they finished this way.
Yeah.
That is a very good race for them. But of course, 10 laps still to go. You cannot predict anything around Vietnam, especially with that much race distance left to go. Just want to put the tyres back on. Thomas onto the mediums. Don't know why. If you've got
he was on the hards. He was on the hards, but you know, I don't think he's got any new softs left. I'm not too sure.
Let's have a look at the. Rob J. Lewis has gone medium, soft, hard, soft. He's pitted 5 times. Compared to who's pitted the least amount of times. Jake Marsh has pitted only once. Crumpton only once. Q-Tip only once. And I think they're the only people who's only pitted once, yeah. But I think Jake Marsh... Oh no, TM Ducky, excuse me, he's pitted twice. He's on nice, fresh hards. Could realistically be in with the shout for a race win. But Bossman P4, that's going to be a very difficult task for him. Yeah. What does help him is that Dawood is P10 and behind slower cars, but also behind Q-Tip, Jackson, and then Crumpton if he doesn't.
I believe the safety car will come in at the end of this lap.
We'll be told around now. Gonna go on board with Jake for sector 2 split because that's roughly when it tells us. Safety car in this lap, yes, correct. Which is why I do not know why Thomas went onto the mediums, unless he didn't have a fresh set of softs. That's all reason I can think of. But
so Jake Marsh is now going to back the field up a little bit. He's in control of this restart.
He has until the start-finish line to determine when he has to go.
Indeed.
What he's not allowed to do is accelerate and brake multiple times before that to throw TM Ducky off. He has to keep constant pace. Not allowed to try and trick Ducky that way.
He's doing very good.
A great job. Everyone behind him, no one is side by side. It's very respectful.
Good.
When will he go?
Probably
I think he should
now.
Go...
He's gone now. He's gone now. He's gone now.
He's caught Niall with his pants down. Absolutely. TM Ducky. Dino Bambino has got a 5-second penalty for collision with Giotto, but I will have that removed because it's Giotto's AI mode. Crumpton completely almost annihilates his teammate there.
Oh, Bossman is going to capitalise on it. He's going down on the inside of turn 2.
Crumpton though is not going to give that position up because that's not what Crumpton does.
Rob J. Lewis has a 5-second penalty as well. The Wood, 3 second time penalty.
Flag. Oh, it's...
Who is that?
And
there's a collision at the back.
Contact. Oh, and Wow's Pips has been caught up in it.
Oh,
he's going to be so angry. He's going to be so angry.
No.
He's just got a new front wing fitted, and now he's got damage on the new one. McLaren's got damage.
I believe... that was Giotto's AI car.
Absolute disaster there. TM Ducky, though, is defending now from Boseman, but Boseman's going to go to the outside line. Can he make the move done, though? Can he move over? TM Ducky's
not going to give it.
Boseman moves under braking, which is, of course, legal, but not really advised when you're that close to the car behind you, unless you're going to Ricardo Verstappen yourself. Like
but this is going to be a good fight for P1
Sector 2
here.
Yellow flag. It's McLaren going slowly.
The
McLaren
best
retired from the session. On track, that is not great. Oh, he's actually out. He hit something. He didn't retire. He just.
He's crashed.
You know what I mean.
He's crashed. Another virtual safety car.
Virtual safety car. I was about
which
to say,
is fine.
Proper...
Which is fine.
Oh, Crumpton has pitted. Crumpton has pitted, and that could possibly help him a lot.
Yeah, indeed.
It could. But then again, 60 miles per hour is not very fast when you've given TM Ducky's currently going 300. Oh,
Dino's in the pits as well.
Boseman deep.
Going really wide.
Yeah, Arian
left. Yes, he's
it's
out
quite
of the
surprising.
Race,
he's been out of the race for quite some time now, so he's
but I think he was keeping an eye on Q-Tip. I think.
Oh yeah, his teammate.
Yeah.
Q-Tip in good position to get some points.
Yes.
Jake, arguably in the worst position out of the top 5. Worn medium tyres. Still got 8 laps to go.
And green. Jake Marsh in first place. The Wood, Boseman second. TM Ducky third. Jackson fourth. Q-Tip fifth. Rossi 6th, The Woods 7th, David Charhard in 8th, Soz1 in 9th, Bossman in 10th, Crumpton in 11th, Giotto in his AI cars in 12th, Dino in 13th, Wales Pitch 14th, Charlie in Japan 15th, and Rob J. Lewis in 16th.
Retirement, the best pawns, Arian, Buller, and Swifty. 3 safety cars so far.
Well,
quite a
two normal, one virtual.
One VSC. Yeah. So, are we going to see one more? Probably a VSC before the end of the race.
Possibly. There's 8 laps. There's 7 laps to go now.
Jake Marsh is doing a great job of keeping Boseman behind, even on all the times.
Is all over the back of TM Ducky.
This is not good
half
for
a second.
Jackson. Jackson has had to drive a good comeback race and has done so to get into P4, potentially P3.
Rob J. Lewis has got past.
Nope, Charlie in Japan has gone and retaken that position. Thomas, though, will be absolutely fuming under that helmet. He will be thinking,
indeed,
I've been so unlucky today. I've literally tried to do everything right and it just doesn't seem to work. Boseman, though, going past Jake Marsh comfortably into the lead of this race. Jake Marsh does the sensible thing and backs out the...
Well, there's another one that's quit today.
Oh, who?
The best puns.
Oh no, what happened to him?
But this is what I don't understand, right? Yeah, you're gonna have some races, right, that you're gonna end up getting crashed out, right? Or, you know, something's gonna happen. Send me your footage, I will penalise them, right, if they're in the wrong. If not, then I will, you know... And Jackson, dive bomb down the inside, pushing TM Ducky. That was a gutsy move for Jackson. Jackson needs to take it easy.
Jackson is a big purveyor of the dive bomb move. He does it a lot.
From now on, I'm going to call it the Jackson bomb.
The Jackson move.
No, the Jackson bomb. That's what I'm going to call it. The Jackson bomb.
Jackson bomb.
Yeah.
Nice.
Boseman has taken the lead of the race. Jake Marsh is still a second behind. He's doing a fantastic job.
But I think his biggest problem is going to be when those mediums hit around 15, 16 laps. They're going to absolutely die.
Crumpton, fastest lap of the race so far. But yeah,
as we said, Yeah, continue.
I don't understand why. Obviously, he was obviously crashed out, right?
Yeah.
But my answer to that is send me your footage, right? I will review it, and if the driver is at fault for it, then I will penalise them, right? Don't just give up just like that. You know what I mean? But anyway, go on.
What I was going to say, a driver that's really impressed me in the second half of this race is David Chahard, however you pronounce it, in the Red Bull, doing a great job.
Yeah, you pronounced it right.
P10 in the AlphaTauri, a point, you know, you take what you can get, and if they can get that point, that'll be great for them. Who else is doing very well? Q-Tip from P12, I believe, on the grid, into P5.
Oh, and he's clipped the back of TM Ducky there.
Q-Tip.
Yep.
Through the S section. TM Ducky seems to be struggling to keep the temperature in those hard tyres, or he's struggling in some sort of way, because I just realised it can't be.
Jackson is actually quicker than Jake on these hard tyres.
I'm not surprised. Jake's are a bit older, and I think Jackson generally has the pace advantage between the three.
Yeah.
Jackson's just put in a personal best as well.
Yeah.
So Jake, I think team orders are going to come into play here. Jake might let Jackson through, or not fight the move too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fight position too much.
Indeed.
But Boseman is checking out. Oh, Jackson a bit of
tank slapper there. Oof.
Yeah. Boseman checking out in front though. 3 seconds already. His teammate is not winning this race, bar an absolute disaster ahead of him. Dawood, unfortunate for him, but he was probably also going to get a penalty for that qualifying infringement, that impeding that he did. So yeah, it's not a great race for the second Ferrari driver. But Ferrari could be looking at
Jackson
a win here.
catching Jake. Jake moves over. Jackson.
Jake not going to fight that too hard.
No, he's not.
Got his ERS on. So yeah,
he's gonna break.
Q-Tip past TM Ducky as well, behind them.
Yeah.
Oh, Ducky taps Q-Tip. Oh, it doesn't again. Oh, that was sketchy. I think TM Ducky probably did more harm to himself.
But now Q-Tip is hunting down Jake Marsh.
This is.
This could be very good here for Q-Tip, and there's a yellow flag set to 3.
It's of Rossi.
That is Rossi.
Has gone slow. The Haas driver behind him, though, cannot find his way through because Rossi has kind of parked in the middle of the circuit when he was accelerating. Rossi, though, doesn't have wing damage.
Must have spun.
He must have, but his front wing is fine.
Yeah, his front wing's fine.
Front wing is fine, so he'll be fine to continue on. This is great for Suz1, who's now... Crumpton has passed that wood. Crumpton has passed the wood.
Oh yeah, he's down the inside into turn 1. He's on the soft tyres.
Oh,
Crumpton
into P6.
Oh, the wood, massive lockup.
That's a very bad.
David Chahard looking down the outside, down the inside of the wood, makes the move very cleanly, locks up his front right. The wood round the inside, I might add, through the mushroom corner, takes the place back. Great racing here by these two drivers. But David Chahard, he has got DRS.
Can he? When he's going to open it now?
He's opened it now.
Dawood is
overtaking effect.
Dawood moves the inside, best line possible. Is he going to squeeze again off track? Yeah, he is. I'm sorry, that is not acceptable for me to just, because if you've got a car next to you, you brake a bit more, you leave a bit more room. But Dawood just doesn't seem to care. I
understand that, but it didn't.
Oh, Rossi in the wall, crash with Bossman in the mushroom. No, in the second hairpin. There goes Dino. Rossi smashes his front wing there. No reason to do that other than absolute irritation. He's probably only got line damage.
The wood is in the pit lane and retired from this race.
Why would he do that?
So
he's in the championship fight. You take any points you can get, but that does promote. Oh, Ducky's lost the position to Q-Tip there because he's got extreme oversteer. and whoa, everything's just happening right now. Bossman into the pits, throws Dino Vino Bambino up to P9. Rossi will probably get that point back.
Bossman is in the pits.
His front wing all over the place. Bossman probably also going to retire the car, will he?
No, he doesn't. New tyres.
Interesting. Sector 1 yellow flag.
He's not coming out of the pit lane. Oh, he is now.
It's Dawood. It's Dawood that's causing that.
Wow.
This
anyway,
this is a very interesting race, has to be said. Let's have a look. It's very close. Jake Marsh has been passed by Crumpton. We missed that. Crumpton now up to P3, chasing Jackson on the softer tyres.
Jackson is in P2.
But I doubt Crumpton will get the race win, but he could still potentially go for P2 here. That being said, Jackson does not give up without fight.
No, he doesn't.
I think we're going to see that, because much older hards against fresh softs means inevitably Crumpton's going to catch up.
Jackson has a 3-second time penalty, Crumpton doesn't.
Oh, yeah, I think, unfortunately for Jackson, he's probably going to be on the bottom step of the podium.
Yeah.
P3 for him in the end.
Jake has a 3-second. Q-Tip, only 1 warning.
Wow. Yeah, that's good. That's very impressive.
TM Ducky has a 5-second penalty, but has obviously served that in the pit lane, so he has no penalties.
You could potentially get P5 then, if
Potentially, yes. Rossi is in the pits. Red Bull, David Shahad has 3 warnings, no penalties.
Probably then a collision warning.
It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close.
Wait, did Boastman have any penalties? I can't remember.
No.
Just the 1 warning.
No. Boastman does have a few warnings, but he has no penalties.
Let's have a look. On my screen, it only has the 1 warning on lap 3.
Right. Okay. Crumpton catching Jackson here. Crumpton is with 1.3 seconds now, 1.2, 1.1. Can he get within DRS range on this lap?
I think it's going to be a clear-cut pass.
Jackson is struggling now on these hard tyres. We're on the second to last lap.
A big issue for Jackson is he could potentially lose his podium here, because Q-Tip's got nothing, no penalty. Let's compare the last laps quickly. Jackson with a 1:38.5, a personal best despite struggling.
Yeah.
Q-Tip had a 1:39.3, so Jackson actually going quickly, but what was Crumpton's last lap? Probably a personal best. No, 1:37.6, but still I think a second quicker than Jackson. So I think Q-Tip is struggling on these harder tyres, which of course almost exactly the same. TM Ducky though making the move on Jake Marsh. What a race for Williams!
I know.
They are going to get 25 points ish if they maintain positions. Not even to speak if Crumpton gets P2. They'll be more than doubling their points. They could potentially get 3 times their points.
Exactly. DRS wide open. It's not close enough.
But what Crumpton also has to remember, yellow.
Jake Marsh gets past TM Ducky. TM Ducky makes a dive bomb down the inside.
Ooh.
Wow, that was ambitious.
I wish I could see that, but I was on the crash in the first sector between Bossman and Giotto. But neither lost anything.
But
this is a
Boastman
very entertaining race.
Starting the final lap of this Vietnam Grand Prix. We're right on board with him for the final lap.
I am going to go on board with Jackson, with Crumpton, to see what he can do with.
Yeah, keep an eye on that battle.
Anyway, let's see. Putting out Crumpton. He's definitely got pace, but Jackson is doing a bloody good job of keeping him behind, but he's thundering down. Jackson is going to all but concede this position. I think he knew it was coming, and I think he prepared himself for it. That being said, I feel he still could have defended a tiny bit more. You always defend. But what he probably is thinking is, I just need 3 seconds to Q-tip and don't want to do anything stupid.
Well, he's 4.8 seconds in front of Q-tip, so he will secure P3, I believe.
Unless he buggers it up. But he's coming back at Crumpton now. Is he going to go for the move? Surely not. Surely not. No, he doesn't.
He doesn't.
Good job there.
Good job, Jackson.
The Haas, though, of Bossman has spun around, is facing the right way, but is in the wall. What is he doing? There we go.
Oh, and
track. Be the last car. No, Rob J. Lewis is the last car, to finish this race.
But here we are, Bossman 15 with end plate damage comes round the final corner to win the Vietnam Grand Prix in style. Great race for Bossman 15. Crumpton finishes second. Jackson on the last step of the podium. Q-Tip gets a good P4. David Charhad jumps TM Ducky, gets P5. Great race there for David Charhad. TM Ducky P6, Jake Marsh P7, Suds1 in P8. Dino Bino Bambino jumps up to P8, but some of the penalties will be taken off. So,
Suds1 could potentially get P7.
Potentially. Wyois Pips finishes in P10, gets the last point for Mercedes.
Quite a bad race for
Charlie in
the
Japan
Mercedes
comes round, gets P11. Giotto's AI P12, Rossi will P13, Bossman P14, and Rob J. Lewis rounding up the back of the grid with no wing at all in P15. Do you know what? I would have to agree. Right, we'll get the podium position drivers for their interviews.
Just want to check something real quick. David Charhad before this race had 4 points, and he's just gone and tripled his points tally to 14. Absolutely
great drive for David Charhad there. Great drive.
Jackson P3.
Yeah.
Crumpton driver of the day by the game. I disagree with that, but he's definitely an honourable mention. Great win for Bossman Ferrari though.
Just wait for the other two to come in.
Has Jackson said anything?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I could just not hear him. Anyway, great race, great racing. Few dodgy moments, but I think overall it was quite clean from everyone involved.
Are the other two coming in? Right, Crumpton can't join because he doesn't have a mic. So it's just Bossman and Jackson for the winner of the race and P3. Well, I'm going to ask this question to both of you, right? What did you think to that race?
It was alright from my side. I wasn't really involved in any carnage, fair battles on my side. Yeah, my personal pace wasn't great. Didn't really feel that quick today, but yeah, capitalised on what happened. I knew there was a few safety cars in quick succession. I'm not sure what that was all about, but apart from that, yeah, felt pretty good. There was a few different people leading the race up front, etc. So something different for the spectators as well. So
yeah,
I don't think it was that bad personally. I know what Jackson thought.
Jackson?
Yes.
Go on then.
Well, my race, as I'm assuming you would have seen, started off awfully.
Yeah.
I crashed it twice. Once into the back of Postman. I don't know. I don't really know what happened there. I just think I missed my braking point by a bit. And went straight into the back of Postman. I think that was lap 1. And it was. I think it was like a limey yellow on both sides. Somehow did both sides in one impact there.
Right.
And I went into the S section thinking, okay, maybe I can drag this sort of and maybe go medium to the end. I got into the S section and had no downforce at the front end at all. I'm surprised I didn't crash it there. So I obviously pitted, went onto the medium tyres. I was hoping that I could sort of go a bit longer into the race and sort of nearer the end, sort of hope with some carnage, which obviously then happened, I could get back in the fight for a podium. Because I felt I had the pace. But then I crashed it again, which I don't think you may not have caught on stream. I crashed the car again, I think a lap or two into the hards. It was only yellow damage on the right side, but it ruined my pace. Like as soon as I was coming out of the pits against cars that I sort of fairly easily out-qualified, and they were just flying past me. I could do nothing, and my tyres weren't much older than theirs. So that's when I realised that wing damage was hurting a lot. So by then I'd sort of planned go on the hards at around bat lap 12, nurse the car to the finish, and hope for some carnage. But I think it was lap 10, got the safety car, that worked perfectly for me. It came up perfectly because it obviously both man to Wood and the other front guys weren't able to pit immediately, so I jumped them. I knew that I couldn't keep DeWood behind, DeWood and Boastman behind. Luckily, DeWood pitted again on the second safety car, which gave me a bit of a lifeline. Don't know what happened to him in the end because I felt he looked pretty quick. But I got to the late stage of the race. Jake let me through nicely, which was good of him. And I sort of just got up into P2, thinking, you know what, P2 match my best EDL finish, that'd be nice. Then I get told by some of the people on my party that Crumpton's gone onto the softs, and I just see fastest lap pop up on the screen, and at that point I knew that it was going to be tough to maintain that P2.
Did he get fastest lap in the end?
Yes, he did.
Right, okay.
Yeah, he just flew past me like it was like he had an extra engine mode or something, because he was just, I couldn't do anything. I tried to tactically let him through on the straight before the longer one, so I could fight him back, but I just didn't have the speed. Even though I had fought him back, I don't think I could have done anything. Yeah, overall, mixed feelings about the race. I feel like, based off of qualifying, I feel like front row was possible. But, like, sort of qualifying second place was definitely possible. But, I knew that the Ferraris and Dino would be very quick. And I don't really know what happened to Dino in that race. I didn't see much of him after lap 1. But yeah, I think I got a lot of luck in that race, with other drivers having problems and safety cars coming out when I need them.
Good. Well, a great result for the Racing Point, obviously. Jake getting P6 or 7, I think, or something. I don't know. Or was it P5?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm not too sure. So yeah, that's how it goes. Have you got any questions?
Not really. just trying to take it all in still.
Yeah. It was great entertainment.
Yeah.
Let's put it that
definitely.
way. Great entertainment from all you guys.
It was a typical Vietnam race, I think. It's always going to be good to watch, but I think it's going to be awful for the drivers.
Rob J. Lewis puts in the YouTube chat, I finished. Yes, you did. Well done. What was I going to say? Yeah, anything you two would like to add? Obviously, next race being Hungary. How do you think you both will do around there?
Yeah, not bad. I had a league race the other day at Hungary. It went alright, so yeah, I reckon it'll be alright, but be a tough battle again at the front. Surprised by Jackson's pace. He really shot up to the top there today, so it's promising.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I must say, this track, well, for Hungary, it's one of my better tracks, one of my stronger tracks. I don't feel I'll have the pace I had today in Vietnam, but I don't know where that pace came from, to be honest. In Q2, when I started to get close to the Ferraris, I thought, there must be just sandbagging a bit. But to end up 1/10 off pole was amazing. But for Hungary, I don't think I'll be able to do it. I think I'll have the pace for midfield, but nothing like I had today. Although I must say that Vietnam, I think it's the only track that I've ever been quick at that I've absolutely hated. I hate this track so much.
I think quite a lot of drivers are hating this track, but it does create great entertainment. And listen, I'm gonna give a massive shout out to every single one of you guys. Right, you listened to what I said in the chat. Obviously, you kept within the car's width behind each other. You know what I mean? On the safety car and the formation, you kept great formation in the formation lap, I might add. You know what I mean? And
one thing to add, I did see Crumpton did go in AI mode under the safety car. I don't know if you
I will need to see a clip of that if you have it.
Yeah, I screenshotted it. So I think the other Force India did, but I think it was like 13 seconds.
Yeah,
they got behind, so it wouldn't matter anyway.
I was in a party with them. They went to the toilet.
Oh, right,
and
okay, so
they also
fine.
asked me to give you the message that you kept saying about them being on the medium tyres and how they weren't showing sort of the pace for it.
Yeah.
They had been on those medium tyres since very early in the race, so they were completely dead.
Right, okay, that's fine then. Obviously, we was concentrating on the battles that were going on through everywhere, do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Obviously, me being the only one streaming, because obviously Adam's not here. So I'm trying to flick through all the different battles that were going on and all that. But I'm proud of every single one of you for, you know, sticking in formation through the safety cars and obviously the formation lap and everything. So credit to you guys. Well done.
No, thanks for the stream.
No worries, mate. No worries. So yeah, massive congratulations. And on to the next one.
Yeah, hopefully a few less safety cars maybe.
Indeed.
See how it goes.
Safety cars helped me out a lot.
Indeed. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There is the race-winning Ferrari car. I believe number 24. Yeah, 24.
Yeah.
Obviously, it says number 5 on it, and you know, but number 24. There you go, Ferrari car right there, P1. And then you got Crumpton's second place Williams. Great points for the Williams, I might add. Well deserved. And there is the racing point of Jackson. Don't know what number you are.
40.
40, right, there you go. Number 40 car, there you go. So, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Look after yourselves and your families, and we'll see you next Sunday, 7 PM on the dot for the race at Hungary. Take care. Goodbye. Peace out, babies.